All right, thank you so much for joining us for the Ab and Beauty class this Thursday. We're gonna start out just laying down on our mat, on our back, just breathing. So we don't normally do this, we usually start right into some activation, but I just wanna take a minute to just breathe. So really just concentrating on your center, on your belly, just taking in some nice deep cleansing breaths in through your nose, filling up your belly, and then just exhaling all of it out, feeling it move from the top of your head out through the tips of your toes. You can be resting with your palms facing the ceiling, just letting your legs relax out, and just continuing deep inhales in through your nose, and exhaling. We'll go 2 more times, and then we will start some movement. And with each exhale, just making sure that you're feeling your shoulders drop down away from your ears. And on the next inhale, I want you to bring your legs up to a tabletop position. So legs are in tabletop, lower back is just glued to the mat. And from here, palms face down, arms are at about a 45-degree angle, so not way out at your sides, not too close to your hips, just natural 45. We're gonna start tapping toes down. So one toe at a time, tapping down, coming right back up, right and left, toe taps down to the floor, comes back up. So the farther you reach that toe away from you, the more work is involved. So you can tap it closer or farther away, alternating toes, and coming right back to that tabletop position. So we're just really making that core connection right now. And your abs are what's bringing your legs down and back up. Last one. Ending in that tabletop position. Now we're going to kind of glue our feet together, our legs together, and then we're going to tap them both down together and back up. Together and back up to that tabletop position. So toes tap down. Again, you can stay in really close to your bottom. That helps you keep your lower back glued to the floor. The more work, the more challenging it is to keep your lower back glued to the floor, the farther away you tap your feet from your bottom. One more time. And we're going to come up to a seated position, legs out in a V. So we're just gonna stretch up nice and tall through our torso here. And we're gonna actually take our right pinky toe and reach out to our right pinky out to your pinky toe, and then back. So kind of like a windmill, making a saw with your hand and just going at your own pace. Pinky on your hand to pinky on your toe. Remember to breathe. So just warming up through our obliques. Molly's not quite sure what I'm doing. One more each side. And then we're going to keep our legs in this V position. And we're going to do our roll down. So rolling all the way down to the floor, arms overhead, and rolling all the way back up. So as if we had a dumbbell in our hands, but we're not. Going to add any dumbbell weight today. It's really slow and intentional. Rolling all the way down, arms overhead, and all the way back up. One more time. And next time, come all the way down and stay there. keeping your head and neck lifted, we're gonna add that single leg stretch. So one knee comes in, other leg straightened out, and just alternating. Keeping your head and neck up off the mat, just bringing one knee in, big hug. That leg goes out and other leg pulls in. Don't forget to breathe. And you can give yourself a big heel extension. So really driving your heel toward that opposite wall. And we're going to go into a double leg stretch. So both knees in, arms and legs extend. Double leg stretch. Big hug in the middle. Head and neck is still up off the mat. Don't forget to breathe. We're going to do a little bit more of a challenging, balancing activation next. Go 2 more. Last one. Relax your head and neck for a second. We'll rock side to side. And then we're going to rock up to a seated position. So we're going to go into kind of that same motion that we just did to get up here. Hugging the knees in. You're sitting on your sits bones right now. Keep trying get your toes off the floor. So you're balancing on your sits bones. Toes are pointed. They're off the floor. And then you're going to roll all the way back and come back up to that balanced position. So you're rolling back and up, going at your own pace, and try and land with your feet off the floor. So rolling back and up. Hold that balance. Hug those knees in nice and tight. Right, core is working hard. Shoulders back and down. It's okay if those toes touch down. Woo, hip flexors are working. Keep going. Rocking at your own pace. Doesn't have to be super fast. Find that balance, hold it, and then rock back again. We'll go 1 more. And bring those feet down to the floor. Woo, great job. All right, we're going to go into a side plank now. So on our right hip, you can be in a couple different positions here. You can stack elbow under shoulder. You could even be down here if that's more comfortable. Don't get too relaxed. But sitting back a little bit farther on that back hip, we're going to bring our top foot up and down. So we're working that outside leg, core is working here too. So we're going to point up, flex, come back down. Point, lift, flex, and lower. So nice, intentional. Point, lift, flex, and lower. Your right hand can be resting on the mat in front of you. Trying not to fall forward too much. Sitting back on that back hip. Now we're just going to change the motion. We're going to flex up, point, and lower. Flex, lift, point, and lower. Nice. It's a nice stretch, and that leg is working hard. Core is working hard to support us, so making sure that you're keeping those ribs lifted off the mat. One more time, flex, lift, point, and lower. All right, next time we're going to kick 2 forward and flex back 2. So point, 2 forward, kicks, and back for 2. So we're going 2 forward and then back in that flex position. 2 kicks forward, foot pointed, and then 2 back. Trying to keep your hips stable. Leg is lifted off of your lower leg. One more time back, coming back center. Now we're going to bring that right leg over the top of our left leg, and we're going to work the inner thigh of our lower leg. So we're going to point and lift. So we're lifting that lower leg that's underneath, working the inner thigh of our left leg right now. Now flex and lift, lift. So that lower leg is not touching the floor. Flexing and lifting. 3, 2, and 1. Now point that lower toe, and you're going to make circles in one direction. You just pick the direction, making circles the size of an orange. And other direction. Woo. Keep that leg lifted, making those circles. 3, 2, and 1. Bring that lower leg down. And we're going to flip over onto our other side. Repeat those moves. So stacking that right arm underneath, right arm underneath your right elbow, right shoulder rather. Legs are extended, hips are stacked. You're kind of leaning back as opposed to leaning forward. Bring that left hand down in front of you. So we're going to point up, flex, bring your leg down. Point, lift, flex, and lower. Point, lift, flex, lower. We're going to change this up in a minute. Keep that right rib cage lifted off the floor. All right, let's change. Let's flex up, point, and lower. Flex, lift, point, lower. Flex and lift, point and lower. We're almost going to go into those kicks. One more time. Flex, lift, point, and lower. All right, we're going to kick forward and flex back. 2 kicks forward and then back. Try and keep those hips stable. So not a lot of movement coming from your midsection. Top leg is lifted. Woo. Feeling the burn. Now let's flex forward and point back. So you're flexing and kicking forward, pointing and kicking back. Flex, kick forward, point, kick back. Glute is working. We're about ready to cross that top leg over. One more time. All right, bring it down. Oh, bring that top left leg over the top of your right leg. So we're going to work that lower leg now. So just find a comfortable position. Remember, we're not leaning too far forward, keeping that elbow stacked under shoulder, and we're just going to lift, point and lift that lower leg. It's not a huge range of motion here. Fairly small movement. Point and lift, lift. Right inner thigh working. Good job, good job. Now let's flex that foot and lift. Lift. We're gonna make those circles in a minute. Keep breathing, flexing and lifting. 3, 2, and 1. All right, let's draw circles. So point that toe, draw circles. Up, back, and around. Going in one direction right now. We're going to switch directions in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Switch directions. Remember, it's not a big circle. It doesn't have to be a big orange. Make it a small orange. Don't forget to breathe. Inner thigh working. I know it's burning. 3, 2, and 1. Lay over onto your belly. So we're going to go into a couple cobra stretches here. So head pointed down to the mat, arms are at your sides, elbows pressed into the floor, hands spread wide, just lifting up into that cobra position. You don't have to go very high. Back down, inhale in, exhale, and lift. We're going to go into some Supermans from here. So head pointed down to the mat. Arms are going to extend. Legs are going to lift. Arms are going to lift. And we're going to actually pull back into that W position and extend. Pull back. Bring forward. Head is just an extension of your arms. Head's pointed down to the mat. Legs are lifted. Don't forget to breathe. 3 more. 2. Belly button's light. And last 1, extend those arms and come down. All right, we're gonna push up into plank position. So we're gonna go full arm plank. Hands stacked under shoulders, feet just hip distance, coming up into that full arm plank. We're gonna hold it here for 30, and then we're gonna add some movement. So shoulders backing down, ribs are lifted, heels are pressing back, full arm plank. 15 more seconds, and we're gonna alternate lifting right leg and lowering it, and then lifting left leg and lowering. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Right leg lifts, comes back down, left leg lifts, comes back down. Does not have to be a big lift. Woo, you got it. Ten more seconds. 5, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it down onto all fours. Child's pose stretch. Big deep cleansing breath. All right, we're coming back onto all fours. We're gonna go into our donkey kicks on our right side. So feet just directly underneath hips, or excuse me, knees directly underneath hips. Hands directly underneath shoulders. Right foot gonna kick up and come down. Keeping both hips pointed down at the mat. Our final 10 minutes are going to be working our booty. Right side only right now. Left, top of your left foot should be pressing into the mat. Lift and lower. 3 more. Last one, lift and lower. Switching into our other side. So left leg, find your balance first. Right top of your right foot pressing into the mat. You can come out even a little bit farther with your left hand. Left leg lifts and lowers. You want to make sure those hips are staying balanced and pointed down at the mat. Foot is flexed, and you're kicking that heel up to the floor, or up to the ceiling rather. Knee coming down, heel going up. That's it, don't forget to breathe. 3 more. 2, 1, bring it down. All right, we're going back to that right side. We're gonna go into fire hydrants. So knees going out to the side, coming back down. Right leg lifts and lowers. Side, back down. Nice work. Lift and lower. Out to the side, back down. 3 more. Belly button squeezed into your rib cage and down, switching sides. Find your balance, and again, left leg up and down. Out to the side, right back in. Fire hydrants, left side. We're gonna go into some leg extension. Next. Keep going, got 5 more on this side. And bring it back down. All right, we're gonna extend that right foot out. Touch down and lift. So right leg extended, toes tap down and lift. Tap and lift. Keep those hip bones pointed straight down to the floor. Top of your left foot's pressing into the mat. That's it. Nice and straight leg. Three more. 2 and 1. Bend that knee, bring it back in. All right, left leg straightens out. Get that left hip bone pointed down to the mat. Lift and lower. Try not to fall into that right hip. Big extension, top of your right foot pressed into the mat. Keep breathing. 1 more movement on all 4s, and then we're going to go onto our back. 3 more on this side. 2 and 1. Come back to all 4s. We're going to bring that right knee back up to that tabletop position, and we're just going to pulse up, up. Heels just pulsing up to the sky and not dropping very far. We're not bringing it back down to the mat. We're just pulsing higher and higher each time. Belly button squeezed in. Right hip staying pointed down at the mat. Woo! Fantastic. Hold it. 5, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it down. Top of your right foot presses into the mat. We're bringing that left leg up, tabletop position, and pulsing. Keep that left hip pointed down. Kick that left heel up, up. Belly button to spine. You got it, you got it. 5 more. 3, 2, and 1. Bring it down. All right, we're going over onto our back. Pulsing bridge to finish. Couple different pulsing combinations. We're gonna keep our heels pressed into the mat, toes to the ceiling, bringing our hips up nice and high. We're just gonna pulse it down and up to start. Try and relax your head, neck, shoulders. Don't let any tension fall into that area. Big squeeze the top, tap down. At a balance challenge, you can bring your hands up to the ceiling above you, or you can have them pressed into the mat. 3 more here. 2. Last one, hold at its top. 3 big squeezes at the top, 1 tap down. We're going to go into butterfly bridges next. Keep those 3 squeezes happening at the top. 3 more. Last 3, and bring it down. Balls of our feet are coming together and our knees are going to go out wide. So range of motion is going to change here. You're not going to be able to lift quite as high, but we're going to try and lift and lower. So just pulsing bridge. Balls of the feet together, knees out wide. Different motion. Same muscle group working. The outsides of our glutes working a little bit harder here. 3 more. 2 and 1. Bring it back down. Knees together, feet flat on the floor. We're going to come up into that bridge and we're going to walk out and walk back in. So keeping your hips up high, stepping out, out, in. You can grip onto the sides of your mat. You can have your arms just pressed into the floor. Keep breathing, try and release that tension out of your head, neck, shoulders. You know, we tend to hold it there when we're doing these. Last one, out and in. Bring your seat down. Hug your knees in for a second. We're going to go into single leg pulsing bridges to finish. So we'll go left foot planted into the floor, right leg straight up. We're going to lift and lower. Single leg pulsing bridge. Really driving that left heel into the floor to bring our seat up as high as we can. Breathe. I'll tell you when to switch. Last 5 seconds on this side. And switch it out. The right foot comes down, left foot goes up. Driving that right heel into the floor. Left heel stamping up towards the ceiling. "20 seconds left. Last 10. Last 5, 3, 2, 1. Hug those knees in. Rock side to side. Whew. Great work. We're going to rock up to a seated position. Go into that forward stretch. So legs extend long, arms extend tall. Forward fold, reach your nose to your knees. Arms reaching your ankles, reaching your calves, reaching your toes. Breathing in and out. You can inhale in through your nose, out through your mouth. Reach those hands maybe a little bit farther forward. Be a nice hamstring stretch. Rounding up nice and slow, big shoulder roll back. Thank you so much. Great 30 minutes with you guys this afternoon. Enjoy the rest of your day. Hydrate well. Continue stretching if you have time. And I'll see you all soon.